We have seen how to print everything out in a list by using standard for loop. There is one more shortcut way that you can print out all of these things and you don't have to write this much of code. So for now, we are going to learn about what is for in loop. Function is similar to standard for loop, but it doesn't have this much parameters to follow. So for now, we are going to say for, and after that parenthesis. In over here, we wanted to create a variable. So we are going to say that variable, whatever the name that comes into your mind. So for simplicity, this is the index. So we are going to name our variable n, and after that we have to use, this is for in, because we have an in over here. So we wanted to say, hey, I wanted to access all of the functionality in a list, and I wanted to print out all of this index. So that we are going to use in, and after that the list name that we have over here. So the nickname of this list is what we call things. Now I just wanted to print out all of these values. So for that we are going to just say print over here, and after that we have to provide the n object that we have created. This would be the index of this list. So because we are trying to get the index of this list, we'll hit run right over here. We'll get that same output right over here. We have used the standard for loop. Now we have used the for in loop. So we are getting this value kind of muffled up. So now what I wanted to do is I wanted to give it a line break. So we have to use a string, and after that backward slash, and after that n, in order to give it a line break. So now I'm gonna hit run, and now as you can see over here, we got the same result by using for in loop. We have another loop which is called for each loop. That is what we call for each loop. And this loop is basically similar. Learn about how to use a dot operator. So in over here we have this functionality, and this is, we wanted to use all of the loop functionality. So for that, what we are going to do, we are going to just use the variable name that we have, that is called things over here. And after that we are going to just type that the list name that we have given right over here, and after that we have talked about what is a dot. So for that we are going to use a dot, and after that we have a lot of properties right over here. So now we wanted to use for each loop. So this is also a function, right? So for that we are going to write for, and after that each. So as soon as you type for each, you'll get these two parameters that you have right over here. So one is an element, and another one is a print function. So element is something that is what an index is. So you can just replace this element by anything, like you can replace it with another value like I, any value, any name that you wanted to provide. So for simplicity, I'm gonna just leave it to element at that. So now as you notice something out here, this is one function that we are using, and now we wanted to print out something. So this is basically what we call higher order function, but this is not actually a higher order function. When we talk about functions part, you are going to understand what is higher order function in a clarified way. We can use something called as shorthand operators. For that we have to use into, and after that greater than sign, and after that we just wanted to print out the value, whatever the value that we have right over here. So we have an element right over here, and we wanted to print out this element. To just hit run in our application, we got the same result. So let's give it a line break right now in order to get the result in a suitable manner. You can see over here we got the same output by using 3 loops. So the first loop that we have used is standard for loop, and the second loop that we have used is for in loop, which have a in it, and the third loop that we have used is for each loop.